So welcome back to another My League rebuild here on NBA 2K18, and in today's video we're going to be doing another rebuild battle. This is my second one of the year. In the first rebuild battle we took on 6 Rings of Steel, and I believe we actually ended up with the win. I think it was pretty close, but I think we actually ended up edging him out. Today we are going to be taking on Crushables. He is another My League YouTuber, makes kind of similar content to what I do. The link to his video will be down in the description along with his straw poll, so hopefully you guys can go vote on who you think won this rebuild battle. So today we decided to do a start today with the Miami Heat and pretty much do 3 seasons. This first season is going to count as one of the seasons, so it's basically a 2-season rebuild because we are past the trade deadline to start today, so we're going to have 2 seasons pretty much to rebuild this team. We look at this team right now. Hassan Whiteside, pretty much the best player on the team. Franchise center. He is probably not going anywhere unless I get like a really good offer for it, or unless I want to throw him in a trade for maybe like move up to like the first overall pick for DeAndre Ayton, which is something I'm definitely thinking about. But he's pretty much one of the only like definition of like untouchables. I also kind of want to keep Bam Adebayo because he's definitely has some promise, and I definitely think he'd be pretty good. I'm actually going to send him to the G League for the rest of the season, just to see if he maybe can get up a little bit more. And then let's see, Udonis Haslem's in the G League right now. I don't think like there's really no point to have a 37-year-old in the G League, so let's call him up. Then I'm actually going to send Justice Winslow. I know many people might not like that, but what I look at right now, we're not a good team. We're definitely not going to be winning anything this year. So I think we're going to go ahead right now. I think I'm still Josh Richardson's a shooting guard too, but I think I'm going to start Dion Waiters over Dwayne Wade. Like, Dwayne Wade's just too old. Wade's going to go ahead and get 18 minutes. Tyler Johnson, I forgot about that bad contract too. Richardson can play 26 off the bench. Then we're going to go ahead and first of all, let's give 30 here to Waiters, and then we'll go 24. We'll go 20 there, 20 here. And let's go ahead. 36 for Whiteside is fine. Johnson's going to play 30, and we'll just give, we'll give 35 to Dragic. Pretty much our second best player. So this team's not very good. We currently are in the playoffs as an 8 seed. I don't really care if we make it or not. So I'll see you guys at the end of season number 1. Where hopefully we can maybe make the playoffs. All right, so we are approaching the end of season number 1 here, and it looks like we did lock up the 7 seed in the Eastern Conference. James Harden wins MVP, Simmons Rookie of the Year. JJ Barea, 6th Man of the Year, Drummond Defensive Player of the Year, Most Improved goes to Chris Dunn, and D'Antoni wins Coach of the Year as the Rockets do go 66-16. They were first in the Western Conference. So it would pretty much be Whiteside, if anybody, on an All-NBA team. He doesn't make it. Maybe he'll make a defensive team. He does not. Okay. Cool. I don't think we really had any rookies. Yeah, no real rookies there. So we ended up making the playoffs, which is kind of unfortunate. I kind of wanted a higher pick, but you know what? It's fine. Player stats in the year led in scoring by Goran Dragic. Then Hassan Whiteside with a very good year, 14.5 points, 12.5 rebounds. That's pretty much what I'll take from him. Waiters wasn't bad. Still probably going to move his contract. It's a little bit big for my liking. Richardson wasn't terrible. We had a lot of double-digit scores. Jesus Christ. We had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 double-digit scores. How, like, overall, how many points per game did we score? Okay, so we were horrible points per game. We were very good defensively, and our differential wasn't great, but wasn't horrible. We were 17 games behind the Toronto Raptors for the 1 seed in the East. I'm sure we're going to lose to the Celtics in the first round. I don't really care if we lose them in the first round. We actually won the first game, but then we go on to lose 4 straight, which isn't really a big deal. So let's go ahead and simulate the rest of the playoffs. It's probably going to be the Rockets in the NBA Finals. Oh, wow. The Thunder actually beat the Rockets. It's the Warriors-Celtics Finals, and the Warriors win in 6. And Steph Curry's your Finals MVP. So here comes the real rebuilding time. We're heading into the offseason. A whole lot of moves need to be made. There are a couple bad contracts on this team, which I really just don't want to keep. Eric Spoelstra, either he really has really good ratings or really bad. Yeah, why does he have a D offensive rating? Like, Eric Spoelstra is one of the best head coaches in the NBA. He really shouldn't have these ratings, and I'm sorry, I would never fire Eric Spoelstra in real life, but I need a coach with great ratings, especially because I need to win as many games as possible because this is a rebuild battle. So go ahead and give him $4.5 million a year for D'Antoni to come here. And, of course, I have to bring in Paul Pierce as an assistant coach. You know I love it when I get my retired players as my coaches. I'll give him $1 million a year. Trainer's absolutely horrible. Let's bring in Jimmy Lynch. So we do have 3 untapped potentials for our players. Let's go ahead and, he should accept that. So let's see if we get these 3 guys. We get 2 of them here. How's our assistant GM? He's actually really, really good. And can we get a good CFO? Okay, it's pretty much just going to be this guy. Noah Vincent. I'll bring him in. Head scout, I'll take James Graham, which honestly wouldn't be bad. And can we get all these guys? We get James Graham. We get Paul Pierce, and we get Noah Vincent. So that's cool. That pretty much rounds off our staff for the whole video. We should be pretty much fine there. I only like to do it pretty much once, and then just not have to, or just kind of forget about it for the rest of the video. So let's sim up to the NBA draft right now, where let's see what pick we're picking at right now. We are currently picking at, oh, we don't have a first round pick, and we are actually extremely low on first round picks. So hold on. Bam Adebayo is up to a 77. Winslow's still a 76. I'm pretty sure that's what he was before. So Tyler Johnson's got to go. This is a horrible contract. If I ooh, John Collins. I don't want to give up a first round pick though. I don't. That's just too much. First round picks and Alexis Ajinka. Can I just get a first round pick without taking on any players? No, I cannot. Fine. You know what? Give me. I don't want to swap any picks. Just give me Alexis Ajinka. I'm just trying to like load up on first round picks right now because we only have 2 that I can actually trade. Nobody wants Ajinka. Okay, that's not gonna work for me. Where is he? Alexis Ajinka. Head over to Philly for a second round pick. Fine. Literally give me the last pick in the draft. Thank you. Okay, I didn't want that contract on this team. So James Johnson's got to go now. I know it's not a horrible contract, but it's not great. First round pick from the Clippers, I might just take. I want John Collins, but I don't want to give up a first round pick, which is kind of like unfortunate. But 2 first round picks for him, that's more than enough. I'll definitely pretty much take that every time. Kelly Olynyk, got to go. As a former Celtics player, I was kind of a fan of Kelly Olynyk, but I don't like giving up. Excuse me, I didn't want to pay him that much money, so I'm okay with him leaving. Let's see. Anybody young here? I think I'm just going to take a first-round pick from the Spurs. Like, we're just getting all these pretty much unprotected or, like, top 3 protected picks, which definitely could be good. I got to trade Waiters now, and then I'm probably going to trade Dragic for a top pick. We can get the 16th pick for Waiters, which isn't terrible. Here's the trade I want to do. Dion Waiters and literally the last pick in the draft for John Collins. That is a great trade. Like, John Collins is going to progress hopefully into like at least like probably a solid starter. Hopefully he can be like a good bench piece eventually because I want to get the team that good. But let's go ahead. Do I trade Richardson? It's $9 million, which is kind of a lot. But you know what? Let's move Dragic first. Can I move Dragic for a high pick in this draft? He only has 3-star trade value, but who has like pick 7? Counter offer. They want a first round pick for Robin Lopez. Okay. If I'm going to do that, I want to move up to, like, can I get 5? They don't have the cap space, of course. Who has 6? 4 is the Atlanta Hawks, which they want a first-round pick for Tyler Kavanaugh. You know what? This pick right here is going to be, like, late 20s. It's the Spurs pick, so I'll do that. Honestly, it sucks to give up 1 first-round pick, but can I move Kavanaugh right now for a first-round pick? I can get Zizic. I only have 2 trade offers. Okay, you know what? We'll keep him for now. I think I'm going to move Richardson, who's just making just a little bit too much money for my liking. It's not a lot, but it's just a little bit too much. We can get the 11th overall pick. Can you keep Boban? All right, fine. I'll take Boban. I'm just going to trade him for a pick. Ooh, I can get Dennis Schroeder. Okay, maybe we're getting some nice offers. I probably should look at all the offers. That's not a bad trade. You know, I'm going to take the 11th overall pick in Boban Marjanovic. I'm going to move Boban right now, hopefully for some sort of... Seriously? You know what? I'll just take Sam Decker. It doesn't matter to me. Can I move Decker now for a pick? 5 offers. First and a second round pick. Cool. Well, that works for me. So I think we're pretty much all set now. I know I said I might move Whiteside for a top pick. You know what? If I could, I think I'd consider doing that. Like, who has... First overall pick is the Cavs from Brooklyn, which obviously they don't have the cap space for that. Who has, like, number 2? 3 is the Suns. I kind of want to get top 2 because I kind of want DeAndre Ayton. It's the Magic, who do have the money. How about I'll give you 11 too? And do I have any players that I would be willing to give you? No, not really. I don't really want to give up Winslow. He's kind of... I mean, he's only a star and a half. Do I do this to get Bam Adebayo? I mean, not Bam Adebayo. To get DeAndre Ayton, who's going to be a monster in a couple years anyways. Actually, could I try this with like a second-round pick and like... this lottery protected first-round pick anyways. Okay, so, you know, we do get to keep Winslow. I mean, I'm probably going to trade him next year anyways. Is he in the last year of his deal? Like, look at those stats. Like, they're not that good. Like, honestly, he's not a bust. I mean, for the 10th overall pick, he's not great. Actually, can I move Winslow right now? I probably should have just thrown him in the trade. It really wouldn't have mattered. I mean, it's the last year of his deal anyways. Could I do this without doing this? We're going to do it. We're going to do it. We're going to trade for Kyle Kuzma. We are going to move him to small forward. I know people don't love it when I trade for players that I get a lot, or pretty much all the time, but it's a rebuild battle. I'm more than fine okay with doing it. First round pick for Luol Deng I will absolutely take. So pretty much just traded straight up Justice Winslow for Luol Deng. Not Justice Winslow for Luol Deng. It was Justice Winslow for Kyle Kuzma. So right now we are sitting with the 2nd and the 4th pick in the draft. I'm really hoping we get DeAndre Ayton. So I'll see you guys rookie signings with who we drafted 2nd and 4th overall. So with the 2nd overall pick in the draft, we ended up taking DeAndre Ayton, and then with the 4th overall pick, we ended up taking Michael Porter Jr. I think these are 2 great picks, 2 rookies that are going to be pretty much the future of this team. And I'm definitely excited about this because they're not going to cost a lot of money, and they're going to progress like absolute beasts. So Magruder and Mickey, I think I'm going to let both of them walk. Neither of them are really that good. And here in free agency, I do have somebody in mind that I'm trying to target. I don't know if it's going to work out. It's been a while since I've got him, and that is Kevin Durant. We have so much cap space, first of all. I have not been able to get Kevin Durant for quite some time, mostly because he always has offers. But for some reason right now, I'm getting so lucky, and he doesn't have one offer. And Chris Paul's probably going to go back to the Rockets. Paul George probably going to go back to the Thunder. Cousins has a couple offers, but I think if I can scoop him up, I'm going to do that. I'm also going to throw an offer at Chris Paul because we don't really have a good starting point guard right now. But I'm going to throw an offer at Cousins as well. Same with Chris Paul. I'm not going to look at their current offers. I want to be surprised if they end up accepting our offer. But I think, personally, I think this would be the best for us. So let's see. We're probably going to get Durant. We get all 3. Okay. Hold up. We just got Kevin Durant and DeMarcus Cousins. Do I want him or do I want Chris Paul? No, I can trade for a point guard easier than I can trade for a franchise center. Welcome to the team, Kevin Durant and DeMarcus Cousins. It has been a while since I've been able to get Kevin Durant. And normally you can never get him because he always goes back to the Warriors immediately. But we just got Kevin Durant. That is so nice for this rebuild battle. This team is already looking pretty stacked. So let's see right now. What position do we need? We obviously need a starting point guard. We don't even have one. Which means I might trade Kuzma for a starting point guard, which I might do right now. So what offers could I get for Kyle Kuzma? Because the backup for Durant's going to be Porter anyways. Trading's broken. You know what? I'm going to be back in a second when I figure out a trade for a starting point guard. Oh! I was just messing around. I did not think that was going to go through. We just traded for Devin Booker. Okay, I kind of just gave up like so much for Devin Booker. But that trade went through, and now Devin Booker is on the squad. Okay, so we still don't have a starting point guard, which means I'm probably going to have to move. Like, actually, I kind of want to start. Or we're going to move Cousins to power forward. He's going to be our starting power forward, and then Aiden's going to start center. Just because he's 7'1", I think Cousins is a little bit of a better shooter. But I can't believe we just got Devin Booker on the squad. I traded so many first-round picks. Like, we are down to, like, how many first-round picks we have left? We have 1 first-round pick left. So, I also thought about it. We actually still have a little bit of cap space. So, point guards, like, Elfrid Payton's here, which isn't great. But for a year, like, if they're not going to match the offer, I'd give Elfrid Payton a start for a year. Then maybe we can reassess in the offseason. Or actually, I'll give him a 2-year deal, and then probably I'll trade him. So let's give him $14.5 million for 2 years. And hopefully they don't match that. They don't match that. So Elfrid Payton's going to start at point guard next year, which isn't terrible. And now, let's see. So point guard, Payton's going to start there. Shooting guard, we need a backup. Small forward, we're good. Power forward, we're good. And center, we're good. So we need a backup 1 and a backup 2. So Rondo wouldn't be bad. And, oh, wait. Shit. Oh, I wanted to bring back D-Wade. Looks like he signed somewhere else. David Nwaba wouldn't be terrible, though. Okay, Rondo goes to the Warriors. What a hype beast. Shabazz is too expensive. I don't really want Tony Parker. Like, Trey Burke's been balling out this year, low-key, but he's actually not that good in 2K. I don't have enough for Shabazz. Fred VanVleet. You know what? I have enough money for Fred. Let's go ahead and pick him up. We get David Nwaba. Can we get Fred VanVleet? We do. Okay. I don't have the cap space for it. How much am I off? Okay, my mid-level exception is like $2 million, pretty much 3. So, you know, let's just pick up Ty Lawson. Screw it. We'll take him on the team for a 1-year deal. It's going to be a decent enough backup point guard. So, see you guys at the start of season number 2 when I have the rotation figured out. So, this is going to be the rotation for the second season. Elfrid Payton, Devin Booker, Kevin Durant, DeMarcus Cousins, and DeAndre Ayton. I still cannot believe it. We got these 2 free agents. Like, they pretty much never signed with other teams, and we were able to, mainly Kevin Durant. Like, I've gotten Cousins a few times, but I have not gotten Kevin Durant in, like, a video in so long. So I'm so happy we can do that. We have an unbelievable bench with Michael Porter Jr., John Collins, Bam Adebayo, Nwaba, and Ty Lawson. Like, it's a solid bench, I'll definitely say. So this team's pretty good. We're going to obviously try to get a new point guard at the end of this year, maybe for the start of next season. But Elfrid Payton's definitely serviceable for at least 1 year, especially when we have so many scoring options around him. So Here's going to be the team. Scoring option is going to be Durant, and then probably, and we'll go Booker, and then we're going to go Cousins. So I'll see you guys at the end of season number 2. Hopefully this team can be a top 3 seed in the Eastern Conference and maybe have a shot at winning a championship. All right, so we are approaching the end of season number 2, and we finished the season 67-15. Very, very impressive. LeBron out here winning MVPs at the age of 34. That's also very impressive. DeAndre Ayton, Rookie of the Year. This is why we drafted him. 12.5 points, 9.5 rebounds. Not as good as Whiteside would have put up. I mean, maybe with all the additions of our stars, I think Whiteside definitely would have had a few more rebounds, but for like 20 million less, I'll definitely take DeAndre Ayton. Plus, Whiteside was going to be a free agent anyways this year. Vucevic, 6th man of the year. Maybe they drafted like Mo Bamba or somebody. DeAndre Jordan, defensive player of the year. Davis Bertans wins most improved. Okay. And D'Antoni, our coach, wins coach of the year. We go 67-15, first in the Eastern Conference, obviously. We should have a few members of the Heat on these All-NBA teams. And we only have one in Kevin Durant. But you know what? I'll definitely take still anybody in the all-defensive teams. We do not. Chris Paul signed with the Indiana Pacers, which is very, very interesting. Okay. We do get Aiden on the all-rookie first team. And do we get Michael Porter Jr.? Yes, we do on the all-rookie second team. I definitely could have maybe sent him to the G League this year, but I think he definitely contributed off the bench enough. So I was fine with it. I was thinking about it during the year, but I think ultimately he's probably going to never start for us because Kevin Durant's on this team, so I'm fine with it. I tried to re-sign Devin Booker to a contract extension during the year. He was not taking it, so he wanted to test free agency. He's restricted. He's not going anywhere, obviously. We were led in scoring by Kevin Durant. Then it was Devin Booker, DeMarcus Cousins, DeAndre Ayton. Elfrid Payton was actually pretty solid. 11 points, 9.5 assists. Like, if this was a normal rebuild, I might keep him, but since this is a rebuild battle, and I kind of have to try to make the best team possible, I'm probably going to have to still move on from him. But that's pretty much as good as I can expect from Elfrid Payton, especially with a team of this many elite scorers. Michael Porter Jr., not bad, neither with John Collins. Adebayo wasn't great. It wasn't horrible. Lawson and Nwaba were not great. So rebounds was Ayton, Cousins, and then Collins. And assists was Payton, Booker, and then Durant. So first round of the playoffs, we are the 1 seed. We are taking on the Indiana Pacers, who did sign Chris Paul. This is an absolutely filthy backcourt. It's actually a pretty good front court as well. So they're definitely not going to be an easy first-round opponent. I don't know why 2K does this so much. It's so annoying. But let's go ahead and take on the Indiana Pacers in the first round. Hopefully we can sweep them. I mean, we're definitely a much better team than them, and we end up beating them in 5, which isn't a big deal. Now taking on the 76ers, who definitely could be good, but okay, we win in 5 again. And you know what? Maybe 2K doesn't hate the Celtics. They made it to the Eastern Conference Finals. It's unfortunate they're going to have to lose to us, but it's not a big deal. We end up sweeping them. We get to take on the Minnesota Timberwolves in the NBA Finals. We kind of lucked out there not having to face the Warriors. So let's check out the Timberwolves roster. Let's see. Towns. Okay. They added Kyle Anderson. Looks like they re-signed Derrick Rose. This seems pretty much the same thing. We should absolutely blow them out. Like, it shouldn't even be close. Like, the fact that they won a game is kind of sad. We win in 5. Not a big deal. Kevin Durant obviously going to be Finals MVP. So we're going to go on to one more year. Championships don't really matter for rebuild battles. It's pretty much just who makes the best team possible. So pretty much the only thing I have to do in the offseason right now is trade Elfrid Payton for a better starting point guard. And I don't know if I'm going to be able to do that. Like, I don't know how good I'm going to be able to get. Like, maybe a guy on a rookie contract that still, oh my God, this is quite a bit of money right there. So clearly we're not going to have a cap space. So I need to figure out a trade for Elfrid Payton right now, and I'll be back once I have that trade. All right, so since I'm trying to trade for somebody on their rookie deal, I'm just actually going to wait till after team player options. We're obviously going to bring back Collins and Adebayo. And now, so pretty much in free agency right now, I don't think we're going to have anybody really except for Devin Booker. So we obviously need to bring him back, but let's see if the guys on their rookie deals are back. So somebody I'm kind of targeting right here is Jamal Murray. I don't know if this trade's going to work out. Cap space-wise, it's a little tough. Like, how about if I take Plumlee off your hands? They're probably not going to take this, and we really don't have many picks to trade. This is kind of unfortunate here. Yeah, they're not going to do that. I would definitely take Schroeder for Elfrid Payton. Jesus Christ. Look at how much his value goes up when you try to trade for him. You're not, yeah, that's just not happening. Dennis Smith, he has so much value. It's unbelievable. Could I maybe do this? Nope. Okay. This is going to be kind of tough. I wouldn't mind Chris Dunn. Ooh, De'Aaron Fox. Okay, he has a lot of value too. You know what? It's going to take me a second. You know what? I'm going to throw him on the trade finder, and I'll be back once I figure out a trade. So I decided to do this trade with the Atlanta Hawks, sending them Elfrid Payton and an unprotected first-round pick that only has 1-star trade value for 2 first-round picks, one with 2.5-star trade value, the other with 2-star trade value. This clears up a little bit of cap space for us to maybe sign somebody that could be considered tradable over to whatever team we decide to trade for. We do not have enough cap space for Kyrie Irving, which is unfortunate because that would have been So perfect. Booker has an offer from the Bulls. We're going to match that obviously after day 1. Yeah, he's going to accept that. Devin Booker, welcome back to the team. So, and renounce the rights on these guys. Okay, I matched that. I'm going to put him back on my team. That is absolutely not cheating. Yeah, Devin Booker should be back on my team. He is not, so I clearly just hit match. You all saw it. I'm going to put him back in my team, and I'll be back in a second. Okay, so I put Devin Booker back on our team. I clearly hit match offer. I don't know why this game messes up sometimes. Clearly, this is not a good time for it to mess up, but it happens. So, do we have enough money for Avery Bradley? We do not. Oh, it's because, okay. So, yeah, now we have absolutely no cap space because that's unfortunate. I'll bring in Tice as a backup center. He's not bad. Cool, I'll take that. So, it's kind of unfortunate that this had to happen to us. That we don't really have any money right now to try to really trade for anybody. I'll definitely bring in Jerry Grant as a backup point guard if he wants to accept that. That's cool. Of course, he's a restricted free agent. I didn't even read. I'll bring in Barea. Not terrible. He's 35, which makes him a little bit old for my liking, but he's definitely still a serviceable backup guard. And then shooting guard, no, let's just bring in Justin Holiday. It really doesn't matter to me. Yeah, I'll bring him in over Nwaba. Nwaba just wasn't good last year. So the team right now does not have a starting point guard, which is kind of unfortunate, which I don't know if I trade Michael Porter Jr. for a starting point guard. I'm definitely considering it because I think overall that's needed. But if I can't do that, like I might trade Bam Adebayo right now just because Daniel Tice is a good enough backup center. So I'm going to be back in a second once I figure out what I want to do for the starting point guard. All right, so we're going to go ahead and attempt to make this trade with the Dallas Mavericks. Bam Adebayo, Juwan Evans, 3 first-round picks and a second. This is literally all we have. I'll take out this second and just show you. This is literally our last pick. We are out of picks. If this trade doesn't work, we're kind of in deep trouble. But it works. Dennis Smith Jr. now on the team. Oh, my God, that was kind of clutch. Okay, so Ennis is not going to get any minutes. I'm going to try to sign a backup point guard out of free agency. Point guard, I'll take Tadosic. He's honestly not terrible. So Milos Tadosic is going to be our backup point guard on this team. And now, let me redo these minutes. You're going to play 10. You're not going to play at all. I'm actually going to give... Oh, we have Frank Mason. I'm actually going to give Frank Mason these minutes over... I didn't know we had Frank Mason. I actually really like him. Oh, I forgot we had Barea too. But they both kind of hit regression hard. Mason's kind of young. So, Porter Jr. is going to play 23 off the bench. John Collins is going to play 18. Tice is going to play like 12. We're going to go 30 here. 30 here, and then we'll go 32, 32, 32, and then we'll go 34, and we'll go 33. So, rotation is all set. Dennis Smith Jr., Devin Booker, Kevin Durant, DeMarcus Cousins, and DeAndre Ayton off the bench. Michael Porter Jr., John Collins, Daniel Tice, Justin Holiday, and Frank Mason. I think this team is definitely good enough to win another championship, and I will see you guys at the end. I'm not going to do any scoring options. I'll see you guys at the end of season number 3, where hopefully this team can repeat and win its second championship. So we're here at the end of season number 3. Giannis does take home his first MVP award of this video. RJ Barrett, Rookie of the Year for the Memphis Grizzlies, was the 3rd overall pick. Nikola Mirotic, 6th Man of the Year. Actually, very impressive stats for a 6th man. Andre Drummond, once again, Defensive Player of the Year. Is he still in the Pistons? Yes, he is. His pictures wasn't showing up. Luka Doncic, Most Improved. He was pretty good. And Mike D'Antoni, 2nd year in a row, wins Coach of the Year. We go 65-17. Not too bad. I believe, was that our exact record last year, or were we 67-15? It was one of the two, but again, very, very good year. We were 6 games up on the Bucks for first in the Eastern Conference. Led scoring by Kevin Durant, then it was Devin Booker, DeMarcus Cousins, Dennis Smith Jr., DeAndre Ayton, who is an absolute monster at this point. Like he's the same overall as Whiteside. He's probably 9 years younger than Whiteside. Like I'll definitely take him. Michael Porter Jr. wasn't terrible, neither was Collins. Holiday wasn't terrible, neither was Ty. Actually, he kind of was. So, led in rebounds was Ayton, Cousins, and then Collins. Assists, Smith Jr., Booker, and then Durant. So, first round of the playoffs, taking on the 8-seeded Bulls. I would like to ideally sweep pretty much every team. That would be the ultimate goal. I mean, of course, championships don't really matter in these rebuild battles, but they are always nice to acclimate. And now we're taking on the MVP and Giannis and his Bucks. I would, of course, like to win, but it might not happen. Come on, don't blow a 3-1 lead. We are on to the NBA Finals. This time we do not get so lucky. How in the world are the Dallas Mavericks a 1 seed? How does that happen? Who did they sign? That does say 1 seed, correct? How many games did they win? This team won 59 games. This team won 59 games. What is this game on? I don't get it sometimes. That would have been so nice if we could have faced this team in the finals instead of having to take on the Warriors. I mean, we obviously took Kevin Durant from them, so I mean, it's not going to be as hard, but Rodinas Kirkus. Wow, okay. They have Nick Richards as well, which isn't terrible. He's actually probably a pretty decent center. But, I mean, we pretty much took their best player from them, so it really shouldn't be as hard. But I still can't believe we could have had to face that Mavericks team. How are we losing? All right. We go up 2-0 and then lose 4 straight. But you know what? It's fine. Curry's your finals MVP. Of course, this doesn't really matter about championships. It's pretty much just who makes the best team possible. That is not what I was looking for. Hopefully, you guys did enjoy this rebuild battle. If you did, make sure to like down below. You guys make sure to go check out Crushables' channel. I'm not sure how many subs he's up to now, but I think he's going to get a few more after this video, hopefully. That is the ultimate goal. Also, make sure to go vote down below in the straw poll. Let me know if you guys enjoyed his video. Let me know any other suggestions if you want me to face any other My League YouTubers. So, hopefully you guys enjoyed this one. Make sure to go vote down the straw poll, and I'll see you guys all in the next video.